ticket to play for the NBA title awaits the winner. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. From American Airlines Arena in South Florida, tonight, the Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics. Hi again, everyone. Ed Cohen with my partner, Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Heat coming into play. They have the home court here, always crucial in a Game 7, with the winner moving on to the NBA Finals.
Now look, I think both teams are worthy of going to the NBA Finals. But the reality is that only one team will prevail this evening. And the way this series has gone so far, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way down to the final shot.
Walker. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Dragic. Good look that time, but off the mark. Walker with the basketball. Just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7. Give it to him. Kemba Walker missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler to bring it up. They trail by 2. To Dragic. And scores.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Walker. To Marcus Smart. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Marcus Smart at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw try, off the mark. Dragic with it. Down 2. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler goes to the left side. Has a chance. Here's the step back.
From somebody who loves to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Has a look. Shot by Brown, off the mark. Dragic with the basketball. Down just a couple. Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. A pass taken away by the Celtics. No, he missed a short one there. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. The Heat secure the rebound. Butler. And a pass stolen by Boston.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Adebayo able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Tatum. Jason Tatum is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 82%. First one, count it. That one won't go. One more to come. To Dragic. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. Down to 5 on the 24. Tatum. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Dragic to Butler. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Walker into the front court. His team up by 1. And he's fouled. Nice move that time. And he's
like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Dragic with it. Down 3. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. Here comes the screen. To Cantor. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Dragic with the basketball. They're down 3. Trying to cash in. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
To Cantor. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Dragic to Butler. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Has a chance. It's Cantor with the board. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Cantor. And it's Cantor above the rim.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Take stock of the floor. Dragic into the front court. Down 5. Has a look. Goran Dragic. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Timeout Boston as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Dragic to Butler. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 4. Good start. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. They're all day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
And he makes them both. Butler into the front court. 5-point game. To Dragic. Finish that.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark. Butler to bring it up. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Here comes the screen. And count the basket inside.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Butler. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. One quarter down in this deciding Game 7. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Walker to Cantor. Nice pass to set things up.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Dragic with it, trailing by 11. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Into the front court, it's Walker. It's a 9-point lead. Short jumper won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Walker with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Dragic. For 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Short jumper misses. Across the timeline, it's Walker. The lead is 11. Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker matched up with Iguodala. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. Shot from in close. No good. Iguodala to bring it up. Down 11. Dragic. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic. Can't connect. To Walker. Another chance. And it's Cantor. He's now shooting 5 for 7. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up. Goran Dragic. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Boston with the basketball. Walker to Jaylen Brown. To Kemba Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time. Iguodala to bring it up. His guys currently down by 13. Has a look. Not that time. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Dragic. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Someone needs a breather. Eric Spoelstra making the move to his bench. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Celtics have it. Walker. Sizing up the defense to Marcus Smart. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Dragic. Into the front court, it's Walker. His team on top by 13. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Dragic into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler to Dragic. And this will be out of bounds. Off of Butler. Substitution being made in this one. Walker. With a drop step. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic. And a pass stolen by Boston.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Dragic with it. Down a bundle. To Butler. Jimmy Butler looking good. 4 for 5.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Walker. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Bam Adebayo. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Dragic with the basketball. Down by 15. To Butler. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Kelly Olynyk swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Pass stolen by Miami. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throws good. A three-point play. And the lead back down to 12. Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker to Marcus Smart. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Butler into the front court. Down 12. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Walker. Shot won't go. Dragic into the front court. Trailing by 10. To Butler. Brown's got the rebound. Walker with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. To Jaylen Brown. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
More tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
New blood coming in for both sides. Dragic. And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Tatum. And 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Tatum shot misses. Dragic with it. His guys can hold for the final shot. fly from half court. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. The Celtics entered halftime with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Heat would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers, the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steve.
The Celtics put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. The Heat have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
Here's a team that might just be 1 or 2 adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
Tatum was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Celtics worked hard for their halftime lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Heat are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers, the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They definitely have some adjustments to make for the second half.
Player of the half.
Tatum has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Celtics entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Heat were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Tatum did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Boston with the basketball. To Jaylen Brown. Walker. And scores on the step back.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Butler. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Oh, it's been scrappy. Let's see who can take the jump. Shot from the lane won't go. Butler to bring it up. The deficit now up to a dozen. Dragic to Butler. Deep left corner. Has a chance. Crowder's shot won't fall. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Shot by Tatum won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Butler. To Dragic. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Trying to cash in. To Jaylen Brown. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Miami's got it. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. The shot, almost. Walker into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Butler. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Bam Adebayo rejects it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Butler into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Runner's good there.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Celtics have it. Walker. Count the basket at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for F for results.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. That's Smart with the rebound. Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. To Jaylen Brown. Layup goes down. Well done. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Butler. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Walker with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. He can't get past the defender. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, They just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Butler. Can't connect. Kemba Walker against the former Finals MVP. Baseline drive. Steps through and scores.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
No good to Butler, down low. Rebound for Smart.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Able to convert inside.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Probing the defense. And strokes it. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Hey fans, have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful, but you don't expect it all the time.
Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Dragic. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And draws the foul.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. He'd have the basketball.
Here we go. My ball.
Nothing going here on that drive. Five seconds to shoot. Has a look. Off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
From the painted area, won't go down. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Fine to shoot. Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up. Off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game, and this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
It's the Heat with the possession. Got it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
That's no good. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Walker. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason, but let's not get carried away.
Down low for Leonard. Has a chance, can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Walker. Now that's a contest. Dragic into the front court. Looking to make something happen. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Jumper's good.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Has a look. And scores on the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Iguodala to the basket, but a shot won't fall. The follow won't go either. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Walker to Cantor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Boston with the basketball. Walker. Pass stolen by Miami. Defense making the ball handler work. Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. 4-3. Rebound comes to Cantor. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Walker to Cantor. Trying to cash in. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points a game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Here comes the screen, and he's going to the line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Walker.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Wait on it.
To Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3 to Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Celtics have it. Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Dragic to Butler. Deep right corner. To Butler. Has a look. Knocks down off the step back.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. To Kemba Walker. Won't go. To Dragic. Short jumper stays out.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. The monster stuff. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Dragic to Butler. Five to shoot for Miami. Butler for 2. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Jaylen Brown. Walker. Kelly Olynyk sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Has a chance. Shot by Tatum won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Takes stock of the floor. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a look. To Tatum's shot no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
It's a victory here for the Celtics. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics have won the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's time for them to set their sights on the bigger prize, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Heat weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Kemba Walker gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.